Hi, it's Jay Wiley from Pet Rescue Life. We are going to be documenting how we introduce our new rescue kitten to our dogs, our Rottweilers. Let me see if I can get them. They are here in the kitchen. Doc, he's almost 3, and on the right is Dyna, the older girl. She's up there almost getting on 7. There is George. That's his name, George, the rescue kitty. And joining me is my wife, Stephanie, with some tips on how we go about introducing our kitten to our pack of Rottweilers.
I'm first letting George get used to the living room. This is the first time he's been out here. So we're gonna take one of the dogs out at a time. They grew up with cats and they've seen each other while George has been here. And it's really just about remaining calm and happy. The dogs are accustomed to them, as I said before, and we're just gonna take it slow. And I think it's gonna just work out wonderful, as it always has in the past.
George has been with us about 2 weeks now, and we've kept him in another room.
Yes, and he's already grown tremendously, almost twice his size. He was about 5 weeks old when we got him. So tiny, and the dogs have watched him grow up, and they're really excited to meet him. They're very gentle when they go through, and we have a baby gate up just to kind of keep George at bay, and he can get comfortable seeing these giant animals. And now he goes up to the baby gate, and they go nose to nose.
Now, we've had Rottweilers and Cats for many, many years and never had a problem. But the cats were always adults when the Rotties came in as puppies.
That's true. So an older cat a lot of times can teach the dogs how to behave. And this, because the dogs are so calm and well behaved, actually the kitten will learn how to go about, being with the dogs. They know to be gentle, and I can't wait for all of them to start playing together.
So the first stage is we've also done this where I've had George and walked him out for brief periods of time while I'm holding him with the dogs. You've done the same. About how many times have we done that?
I don't know, it must be over a dozen, if not 15 to 20, just to kind of get them used to it. They're always happy when they see him. There's no jumping. And again, it's keeping the dogs calm and letting them know that everything is great.
And they can check them out from a distance.
Absolutely. They can smell them. They don't have to get right up. And you know how they like to go to the back end of all the animals? They can get the scent from quite a distance.
Now, what's one of the differences between introducing an adult cat to dogs as compared to a kitten?
Well, as a puppy, they're still learning. And an adult cat has had more experience, and if they don't like something, they do. Instinctively, they'll paw them and occasionally maybe bop them on the nose, but they also know where to go to get away from them and move slowly. And puppies, we all know, can be a little pesty when they're little.
Now, in our case, we're adult dogs, and this is a kitten, and kittens behave totally different than adult cats.
Yes, they do. And there is a prey drive in canines, regardless of what your breed is. There always is. And when things move quickly, sometimes it just kind of almost excites. I don't want to use the word trigger because I don't think that's the right thing. And again, it's just to tell them to go easy. And I do suggest that if you have multiple dogs, really, and I've said it earlier, you let one at a time so it's not overwhelming for the kitten. And always praise your dog. Always praise him when he's being really good and gentle.
It also helps too if you are the leader of the pack with the dogs. If you're not number one and they're not used to dealing with you being psychologically the boss, you could have problems.
Right. And if they're not they don't have to be completely obedient, but they certainly need to listen to you and know commands. And as our dogs do, and they will respond to a verbal command. They don't need a physical command.
Now, in the past, how many Rottweilers have we had at one time, and how many cats did we have at the same time?
If my memory serves me correct, we had the 5 Rotties, and at that time we had all 3 of our girl cats. We didn't have any fosters because we also have brought in multiple cats over the years as fosters. And all the dogs were fine with the new cats. And of course, we didn't blend them all together at once. But living with us full time over years, 5 Rottweilers, 3 cats.
Would you encourage people that have dogs in their family that have been interested in fostering or rescuing cats to do that? Can it be successful for the regular person?
Absolutely. People do it all the time, but it's interesting because people ask me at the same time, oh, you have dogs and you have cats? How does that work? And I said, beautifully. One of our cats, unfortunately, we don't have her anymore. She was 18. Her very best friend, in fact, was our first Rottweiler Tank. Best of friends. She would sleep in his belly.
Yeah.
They do coexist, and not only coexist, they become one pack.
Well, let's find George. Let's get him.
Let's look at him, see where he is now.
I think last I saw him is behind that sofa right there by the window.
I saw something moving. Okay, he's not under the car. Oh, here he is, looking out the front window.
So what we're doing right now, this is a room that the dogs traditionally spend a lot of time in, and they're kept separated, and he's given the ability to explore without the dogs here. And then we will do another quick, small introduction holding him. And that'll happen later on. And we're going to document this process.
The journey of George.
Why are we showing this to people?
Well, I'm really hoping that, you said it earlier, people really have a desire and a thought, I'd love to bring a cat into my home, and especially as a kitten, and they have an adult dog, it really can work. We just have to do it, I want to say, the right way.
Think about it, take it gradually. How about the other way around if you have an adult cat and want to bring in a dog? Can that be done successfully as well?
And it can. And sometimes it takes time, but it's patience. And you will have a beautiful family, a blended, beautiful family of cats and dogs.
All right, that's going to be our first episode on introducing George, the adventures of George, the rescue cat. By the way, he is not available for adoption. He's not available. He's our cat now.
We decided to keep him.
Yeah, you found him in the woods around work crying he'd been dumped.
Oh, absolutely. This is not a feral kitten that was born out there. He was crying. He was lost, lonely, scared, and hungry. And fortunately, he arrived where I was and a few other people who are animal lovers, and we were not leaving him out there alone. But we have found many, many kittens over the years, have adopted them to great families, but George is staying with us.
There we go. So please do us a favor. Share this YouTube video with your friends. Tell them about Pet Rescue Life. Pet Rescue Life, in a brief synopsis, what is the whole mission of Pet Rescue Life?
It's really to bring everybody together who are animal lovers, whether they're already involved in rescue, maybe learn how to volunteer, how they can get their feet into this and save as many animals as possible. That is the goal.
Purebred, mixed breed, shelter, working dogs, therapy dogs, service dogs, about improving the quality of life for pets and people too. That's what we're all about. So share this YouTube video with your friends. Ask them to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out our Facebook page and our website, petrescuelife.com. Until the next episode, I'm Jay Wiley, and you are?
Stephanie.
See ya.